For Harry and Meghan, parenthood changed everything. They have openly talked about how they now see the world in a whole new light, a light that shines brightest on their children, Archie and Lilibet. The safety and well-being of these little ones is their everything. Harry and Meghan also recognize the fact that this fierce love and unwavering dedication to protecting one's children is a universal language. And today, we're talking about how Harry and Meghan are using their platform, their voices, to fight for the safety of not just their children, but all children. Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, have stepped away from the royal family, but they haven't stepped away from responsibility. In fact, they've leaned into it, especially when it comes to protecting children from the ever-growing dangers of the online world. From virtual summits to courtrooms to the halls of government, they are making their voices heard, advocating for a safer digital world. They know firsthand the power of media, the good and the bad, and they're committed to ensuring that not just Archie and Lilibet, but all our children are protected from the shadows that lurk in the digital age. Prince Harry has always been passionate about protecting others, serving his country, and using his voice for good. But fatherhood adds a whole new dimension to his purpose. He's not just a prince, he's a protector, a dad on a mission. And that mission took center stage in 2022, when he appeared virtually at the Five Rights Foundation's Global Child Online Safety Toolkit. Imagine Harry sitting there, looking right into the camera, speaking directly to us, to parents, to policymakers, to the tech giants. He wasn't there for a photo op, he was there with a purpose. He spoke about the digital world our children are inheriting, a world full of incredible opportunities, but also very real dangers. He talked about the need for safeguards, for ethical design, for a digital landscape that prioritizes the well-being of our children. Think about it. Every parent worries about their child's safety. We teach them to look both ways before crossing the street, to be careful who they talk to be aware of their surroundings. But the online world, it's like a whole new world, a world without street signs or crossing guards. And Harry, he gets that. He understands the urgency, the need to act now to protect our children from online harms. He shared his own concerns as a father, the worries he and Meghan have for their own children growing up in this digital age. And in that moment, he wasn't a prince, he was just a dad who loves Archie and Lilibet so fiercely that he wants the best for them, just like all of us. His presence at the summit wasn't just about speaking words, it was about igniting action. He challenged tech companies to prioritize ethical design, to put the well-being of children at the forefront of their creations. He called for stricter regulations, for a digital world where children can explore, learn, and connect safely without fear of exploitation or abuse. And you know what? People listened. When Harry speaks, the world listens. His words carry weight, but it's the heart behind those words, the passion in his voice, that truly resonates. He's not just talking about it, he's walking the walk, using his platform to advocate for change, to create a safer world for his children and for all children. This wasn't just about online safety, it was about something much bigger. It was about responsibility, about using your voice to make a difference, about standing up for what you believe in, even when it's hard. Harry, he showed us what it means to be a leader, a father, a voice for change in a world that desperately needs it. He reminded us that this isn't someone else's problem, it's a shared responsibility. We all have a role to play in creating a safer digital world for our children. It's about demanding better from the tech industry, about having open conversations with our children about online safety, about being engaged and informed. Now, you know their story. Stepping away from the royal family, it wasn't easy. It was a decision rooted in the desire for a different life, a life where they could protect their family, their peace. And part of that protection involved ensuring their safety during visits back to the UK. See, when Harry stepped down from his royal duties, the royal family took away his security. And this wasn't just about royal pomp and circumstance, this was about basic safety, about being able to move freely without fear. Harry is no stranger to threats. He grew up in the public eye, always aware of the risks, but becoming a husband and a father heightened those concerns and amplified the need for protection. Therefore, Harry has been challenging the decision to revoke his automatic right to police protection in the UK. This isn't about demanding special treatment, it is about ensuring the safety of his family, his wife, and his children during their visits to the UK. Imagine, for a moment, being in their shoes, returning to a place that holds so much history, where you have been most unsafe, a place where you still have so much you want your children to experience but very insecure. Like Harry, wouldn't you make sure your children stay away from that place while you still fight for security? The British press keeps criticizing Harry and Meghan for not bringing their children to the UK because they are not the parents, and they are ignorant of the insecurity Harry, Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet face.
How would you characterise the threats that Meghan and Harry received?
Well, disgusting and very real.
But there were many serious, credible threats against Meghan, were there, emanating from the far right in this country?
Absolutely. If you'd seen the stuff that was written and you were receiving it, the kind of rhetoric that's online, if you don't know what I know, you would feel under threat all of the time.
So you were convinced that there was a genuine threat to Meghan's life on on more than one occasion, on several occasions?
We had teams investigating it. People have been prosecuted for those.
Harry's legal challenge isn't just about him. It is about setting a precedent, about ensuring that his family would be safe during their visits to the UK. It is about being able to share his love for his home country with his children, without constantly looking over his shoulder. Now, I know what some people might say. They might say, well, they chose to leave, so they have to accept the consequences. But think about it. Can you put a price on safety? Can you really fault a father for wanting to protect his family, no matter the circumstances? This isn't just about Harry and Meghan. It is about a fundamental right to safety, a right that every parent should be able to expect, regardless of their title or status. It is about ensuring that their visits to the UK will not be overshadowed by fear, that their children can experience their heritage without feeling vulnerable. This legal battle is about more than just security protocols. It is about peace of mind. It is about Harry and Meghan being able to share their love for the UK with their children, to create happy memories without the constant worry of potential threats. It is about family, and at the end of the day, isn't that what matters most? And that's not all. You know, when Harry and Meghan stepped away from the royal family, they could have easily retreated from the public eye, focused on their own lives. But that's not who they are. Instead, they founded Archewell, their own organization dedicated to making a difference in the world, and one of their key areas of focus, protecting children in the digital age. Through Archewell, they've been strong advocates for online safety, using their platform to raise awareness, support organizations working on the front lines, and push for meaningful change. And their commitment took center stage when they supported a U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee hearing on child safety online. Think about that for a moment. The halls of government can feel so far removed from our everyday lives. But here were Harry and Meghan, using their influence, their voices, to amplify the issue of online safety, to bring it to the forefront of the national conversation. They understand that this isn't just a tech issue. It's a societal issue, a human issue. It's about protecting our children, our future, from the very real dangers that exist in the digital world. Their support of the Senate hearing was a powerful statement, a signal that they were paying attention, that they were committed to using their platform to drive change. It was about lending their voices to the chorus of parents, educators, and advocates who have been fighting for stronger protections for children online. It was about saying, we see you, we hear you, and we stand with you. It's about starting conversations, demanding better from tech companies, teaching our children about online safety, and supporting organizations working to create a safer digital world. And that's the thing about Harry and Meghan. They're not just talking about it. They're walking the walk. Through Archewell, they're putting their resources, their time, their energy into supporting organizations and initiatives that are working to make the digital world a safer place for children. They're not afraid to use their platform to shine a light on difficult issues, to challenge the status quo, to push for meaningful change. And that's what makes them so inspiring. They're using their voices to make a difference, to create a better world for their children and for all children. King Charles can keep complaining about not seeing his grandchildren, but Archie and Lilibet are never stepping foot in that country until Harry and Meghan are certain it is safe for them. What Harry and Meghan are doing, it's not about royal titles or celebrity status. It's about something much deeper, much more universal. It's about the love of a parent, the fierce desire to protect your children, to create a better world for them to inherit. Harry and Meghan are determined to protect Archie and Lilibet from all sorts of harm. For physical safety, Harry is in court demanding the security that is birthright. On social media, they are making online space safer for them. Whether in courtrooms, government hallways, or virtual conferences, you will find Harry and Meghan there fighting for the safety of Archie and Lilibet.